Just Aiden here. Reminder, if you want a lesson with me, link in the description. Today is talking about things we hate to do, number 2. This one's about warming up. So, real quick, I'm using the word hate in this title, which is a pretty loaded word. Obviously, I don't hate any of these things in the literal sense where I would just die if I had to do them. It's just things I don't like to do, and hate sounds shorter and better than things we don't like to do. So, things we hate, number 2, warming up. Lately I've been using the Michael Davis 15-minute warm-up. It's a book you can buy, and it comes with a CD that you play along with, and it's basically just a bunch of, simple fundamental exercises to warm you up every day. I got this because I've been using the same-ish warm-up for like 2+ years, and when you play something for that long, it becomes less of a warm-up and more of just kind of a collection of bad habits. And I finally realized that my previous warm-up, which, it's slightly changed over the 2 years, I kept adding things, deleting things, just wasn't really doing it for me, and was probably really just hindering me more than warming me up. So I was just like, you know what? I've played these Michael Davis things before a couple of times, and I just bought the 15-minute one on a whim. Honestly, most of the stuff in the book is stuff that I wouldn't choose to play myself. Like, it starts off with long tones, which I don't really like to do. The second thing in it is tonguing, which I would not play second. But I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to do what the book says, and I do it every day, all in a row, and I end up feeling really good after I play it every single time. So it's been a really good warm-up. I always play it with the track. I usually use my earphones. Play with the track, so I have to play in tune and I have to play in time, and I can't go back and play the same thing 19 times. I just keep going if I mess up. It's been really good for me. But even then, I really don't like warming up. I like to just start playing. I don't like to sit there and play long tones for like 45 minutes. If I'm going to do that, I want to do it in a working on fundamentals capacity rather than trying to get my face warm capacity. So I have to admit, I don't like warming up. Every time I go to work, and I usually get there like an hour early so I can warm up, I kind of have to drag myself out to the warm-up space and just do the warm-up, and I'm like, man, I hate doing this. I just want to go play. Maybe even just work on etudes, do anything else. I don't want to warm up. But again, like the cardio in the last episode, it's something that's much better for us than not doing it. If you don't warm up, some people, I think, can get away with it and they just kind of play. They just start playing. But usually, these kind of people are not going to play super healthily for like a super long time. The apocryphal story that I always have is from Sam Burtis, a New York freelancer who talks about these people who will show up in New York and they're amazing players, and they just kind of don't really warm up, and they'll just show up to gigs and just play super loud all the time, and they'll be great. And after months, years of this, that shows up in their chops, and then they kind of they have to stop playing, or they have to kind of start over and do a different thing, because it's just not a healthy thing to do. Just like any other muscular exercise that we do, it's always best to do something warming up first. I mean, usually for like lifting weights and stuff, you don't have to do warm-up lifts with tiny little weights or anything like that, because your body is probably literally warm at that point. But these little tiny muscles in our chops need a little bit of help in order to be used efficiently, effectively, and most importantly, healthily. So that's it. Warm up. It's better for you than it's not. I know it's kind of a drag sometimes, but it's always best to do these things as preventative maintenance rather than having to fix things later on. See you guys next time.